Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we're going to be getting rid of stuff we love.
Well, not actually stuff that we still love, but things that, we have been grateful for, things that have served us well, things that we've extracted all the value from that we possibly can, and now it's time to let go. Let us tell you the story about the red chair.
Exactly, not a red chair, but the red chair.
We used to have a big beanbag type red chair when we lived in the States and we were still students and young and naive. And we thought, hey, we're gonna move across the Atlantic. We're gonna bring not so much stuff with us, but we are gonna ship that big red chair. We loved that thing. We absolutely did.
Like, we saved up for it. It wasn't cheap when we were like students and like really, really poor. But we sat there and read stories to the kids, and we sat there and lounged in the evenings and like cuddled. It was such a good chair.
It was a really good chair. But after moving, I think at some point we kind of realized we're not really using it as much as we used to. We don't really love it as much as we used to. It was a wonderful thing at one point in life, but it's just not anymore.
Yeah. We don't need it, and we got rid of it, and we didn't miss it. So what we did is we went through our home and we found 5 categories of things that we don't need anymore, that we used to love, and things that we are just gonna declutter from our lives.
The first thing is a decluttering classic.
Clothes! So let me get some to show you. There are a lot of things that we keep around, clothes being one of them, because we need them. But sometimes, we do. But sometimes I love something my kids have more than they do.
Sorry, did I throw you off a bit?
A little bit. This here is a great example. Look at this, it sparkles, it's so pretty. It's Emilia's, not mine. I wish it was mine, but she just won't wear it. Like, she likes it in theory, but every time I suggest for her to put it on, she's like, no. So I don't think she's worn this for a year. We're getting rid of it. Another thing is this little thing. Look, it's like knitted. This is Olivia's. She can't fit it anymore. It's so pretty and I want to hold on to it, but there's no point. There's no point in holding it when she can't fit anywhere, and I'm not gonna have like a whole box full of baby clothes when I'm not gonna have any more babies.
Yeah, you remembered last time though.
I know, that's why I was like, This is mine. Look. Ooh, it's so soft, right? So I used to wear this when I was pregnant, and it's not my pregnancy dress, so that's why I kept it, but I've only worn it when I was pregnant. I wore it at a wedding, and then I wore it on a couple of cruises, and that's it. And every time I look at it now and I'm not pregnant anymore, I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty, I'll wear it. No. So I haven't actually worn it when not pregnant, and I don't think I will. Even though I like looking at it in the closet, I'm pretty sure I can find something that I like looking at in the closet and wearing. So
it's something that you kind of have memories attached to, and the idea of wearing it or being able to wear it more often is appealing, but in reality, if we're just being practical about it, it just doesn't make sense to hold on to it.
Yeah, that's right. One thing that we are holding on to though is this thing. Isn't that cute? They're like
animals. A lion. Is there a giraffe or an elephant?
A few animals here. So this is the first baby thing, the first piece of clothes that all 4 of our kids wore. Home from the hospital. Ever. So this is the only baby item of clothes that we are keeping.
They've all worn it and pooped in it.
Thanks, Finn. So we're keeping this and only this.
Speaking of
poop or of clothes?
Clothes.
Okay, good.
There's no way we can salvage this.
Okay, so speaking of
clothes and decluttering clothes, I did you the favor of not bringing down the clothes that I'm gonna declutter. I've got a lot of sports underwear that has seen better days, and it's time to get rid of. But I've decided not to show that to you.
You're welcome.
You thank me later. Thank me now.
And that's
write a comment and say thank you.
And that's actually a different category of this here. Like, mine were all like things that I love, things that I thought were pretty. Yours is like things that you just haven't been bothered to get around to changing out. That's also one of those things that like, you got good use out of it. You don't need to get any more good use out of it. So
the thing is, like, the elastic still works. Okay.
Is this a problem in your family? Let us know, because it's a problem here sometimes.
Number 2 is toiletries.
Exactly.
All of my perfumes, nail polish, I don't know what other types of toiletries are. I have like 5 items upstairs.
Yeah. This one
don't actually fall into any of those categories.
This one is a completely me category, because all of yours, like, you use it up and then you get another one of that exact same thing. Okay, so
boring.
Kinda. I went through my perfumes, and I used to have like 6 or 7 of them. and I always gravitate towards the same one. So even though I like the other smells, those are not the ones I use. I got rid of a couple of those. What I brought down to show you are my nail polishes though. Here I have a whole bag full.
Let me hold these.
Okay, please do.
And then you can pick out what you need.
Yeah, I like wearing nail polish, but I wear like 3 different types of colors. So I'm taking these out. Like these here, these colors, like the nail polish themselves are not very good. These are like for kids. So I don't use these. Emilia likes them occasionally, but she doesn't need that many either. I do like this.
Sorry.
Yeah, let me do this, okay? I have 3 or 4 different pinks. I don't need that. Whoa, so this one I'm gonna get rid of.
This Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Tune in.
Excitement giving. I have so many pink ones. Not this one either. Okay, I didn't look at these beforehand. These here, I'm ready to get rid of. Oh my God.
The benefit of getting rid of just, a little bit, a few of these nail polishes is that this thing, which kind of keeps floating around our vanity storage, it makes it difficult currently, or used to up until right now, to close the door. And now I feel like it's just gonna fit a lot more easily.
You can squeeze a lot better.
Yeah.
Now it's not full of glass, full of nail polish and stuff.
Exactly. So, happy days!
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you've been grateful for but don't need anymore or don't love anymore and that you can get rid of? Let us know in the comments.
When we're getting rid of stuff we love, I can't help but think of my bike.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Careful.
So this used to be my bike and I loved it. But it had an accident and I kept it because I wanted to fix it, but I kept it around for a long time, digging around to fix it. I needed parts, all those things. And then like the day after the trash people came, I was like, you know what, Binne? I don't think I'm gonna fix it. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. How'd you like that?
I thought maybe it would have been smarter to make that decision the day before the trash people arrived.
Yeah.
Trash people. We have in Denmark, they come and pick up, they have like curbside pickup every few weeks, which is super nice for like the bigger domestic garbage.
Yes, that's what I meant when I said trash people.
The trash people.
But
the
reason why I decided to get rid of it was because I didn't love that bike. I loved having a bike. So we can get rid of that one, I can get another bike. And this here applies to not just bikes, but to the category of projects. So do you have any projects around the house that you want to get done? Like, oh, I'm gonna fix this or I'm gonna build this. Are you actually gonna get it done?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's time for some like very serious soul searching right now. We'll leave you to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, should we, was that it? Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this now.
Yes.
Number 4 is board games. Just kidding, we're not gonna get rid of any board games. We love our board games. Actually, what we did in preparation for this video was we have a board game cupboard. If you've been following along on the channel for a while, maybe you know this. So I went into the drawer and I just dug all of the board games out and found the ones that were kind of the furthest away and least accessible to see what those board games were. And those are Avalon and Backpacker. And to be honest, we haven't played those games in a while, but you kind of have to play with the right group of friends. And when you get that group of friends together, even if, we haven't played that in some time, we want to be able to play it. We want to have it.
And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to have a category that you just love and that you are a hoarder of, and that you're not minimalistic about that specific category, even though you are in a lot of other ways. So,
exactly.
We're board games and Lego. We don't get rid of that.
Speaking of games, though,
number 4, the real number 4.
4B. But is it though? Because here's what I was thinking.
This is like old school.
But we have literally like, one page of games from the PlayStation. And then we have a bunch of old DVDs.
We should go through the DVDs. That wasn't actually...
Maybe that should be our thing, because we have some DVDs that we have watched here recently. We have some DVDs that, maybe we would watch if we wanted to watch that specific movie. I think at some point, yeah, I'll want to watch Gladiator with Marcus in a few years.
Thank you.
The benefit of taking 1 or 2 of these discs out of here, like, nobody's gonna notice it.
No.
And we're not getting rid of this, so
No.
I'm like, what's the point? declutter the stuff that makes sense to declutter. Don't focus your energy on stuff that doesn't make sense to declutter.
No, so maybe when we get around to wanting to declutter the PlayStation 4 games, which we have up here, it would make sense to declutter these as well.
Exactly.
So we could fill them in here.
Precisely.
Yeah. The last thing that we thought that we were going to declutter, we're going to get rid of some stuff that we love, and this actually applies with getting rid of stuff you love, because it's books. We love books.
We do love books.
And here, we are going to get rid of some stuff that we love. But we probably love the memory and the story more so than we like the actual physical copy of the book.
So,
Why don't you get them?
just as an example of some of the books that we're going to get rid of, this I got when I graduated like elementary school. It is by the Nobel laureate Halldór Laxness, the only Nobel Prize winner from Iceland. I respect that man.
Now you know this.
But, you know, I'm probably not going to read this. I did read Ready Player One. We have a bunch of, you know, war books and what have you. I've read these. I've enjoyed them. I'm not going to read them again, and I'm ready to get rid of them.
Actually, another book that we didn't bring down is like, we had a couple of books up there with fun date ideas for married couples or like different things like that. And they had like earmarks on them and so post-it notes in them. We used that a lot when we first got married. I haven't looked at those. Well, then we got kids. Now we don't have to go on dates anymore. Well, we kind of know, but...
This is a date, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
My point was that when we do end up going on a date, I'm not going to go to my bookcase and get out like an old book and flip through it. I'm going to go to Pinterest, I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to go to like TripAdvisor, fun things to do in Copenhagen, you know? So I'm ready to get rid of this book and pass it on to another newly married couple who go on dates all the time.
Yeah. As if, I mean, let's be honest, nobody's going to use that book. It served its purpose. We did love it. We did enjoy it. And now its era has ended.
Yes. Just like this video's era has ended.
Please consider subscribing if you like our content. And if you like this video in particular, then please give it a thumbs up.
Like button. And over here, there's a video about how to declutter fast and efficiently. Like different tips and tricks for how you can get started if you don't have a lot of time.
So, or if you just don't know where to get started.
Yeah, so check that one out.